Hello, I'm Bill Deitt, and this is my wife, Kathy. We've moved here from Virginia back in 2015. We're kind of new to the area, but we are so fortunate to have our church family. God allows me to be part of His church, and I'm at that age where, I have several things that really motivate me. In Matthew 25, it talks about good and faithful servant. And the season I'm in my life, I didn't want to be one of these guys that retires and kind of checks out. So that's one motivation. But the other motivation is that we love people, and high schoolers and teenagers and all these kids. And just wherever we can get plugged in is where we try to plug in. So we're here Wednesday night doing with the youth, helping you guys out a little bit, which is amazing. And we're really seeing God's hand move in your youth group. It is very amazing. I've seen too, is the younger they are, you still got a chance. And it's just human nature. The older you are, the harder it is to come to Christ. There's more things that have to change and be fixed. So we've still got a chance with our youth. Our youth is super important in our churches.
It really is. And playing with your kids. We're big people for going and doing stuff. So, we're excited because in the winter you can't really get out and do the things you want to do. But we're the boating, camping kind of, take the kids out and have fun. So we're really looking forward to this year and all the stuff that we plan and that we're ready to do.
And then Thursday night, I get to disciple the MMM house here. I've got 6 or 7 guys every Thursday night. The wisdom comes from, and being older, is that I get to look backwards now. And I see what Christ has done for me. And I can also tell these guys, I could see if I hadn't come to Christ at 34, I would really not like to think about what my life would have been like if that hadn't happened. So that's what we want to share. It's as much for me as it is for them, because this is how we survive in God's family. And my whole message to those guys is that we need each other, and this is our family. And our Pastor Wade, I'm so proud of him, and I just do whatever it takes to support Wade. In the book he wrote, Base Camp, I've actually been teaching that on Thursday and Friday nights. And the point of this whole thing is the church is here for us to train, disciple, and learn and become families. I'm just thankful God allows me to be part of His ministries. There's a lot of crisis Christians. And we've seen this a lot here. We saw this a lot in Virginia, where somebody they get the reason they're here is because there are things going on that they need help with, so they're searching. And they come in for a while, and they're in the church. They search, they accept Christ to get baptized, and we lose those guys too. That's the reason for the discipleship class, and I'm thankful to be part of that because we don't want to lose these people. God loves them, and there is hope, and you don't need to do this alone. That's why we're here. And then Base Camp came along. It was so perfect. And then Friday night we do Yam Fam. There's been a major shift in this group, and you just wouldn't believe what's going on in here. It's been so cool on Friday nights, and now it's like a little family. So we're really proud of these guys. And
we really enjoy it. Yeah. Even for young adults, we're not living in ages. It can be any age. We've got younger, we've got older, but if you're on that journey and you need support, Friday nights, we're here.
Yeah.
And, we always have a meal. So, it's just a fun group. The college age is a great age. And I feel like that's when you're making your most important decisions of your whole life. And not every decision is going to pan out the way you expect, but it's so important to know that somebody else is going through this or has gone through this, or just talking things out and finding your own age group and realizing that I'm not alone. I'm not the only person going through this. And we've had a lot of life experiences.
That was really the reason for Yam Fam. It's really been our heart because we tend to lose at the church is our high schoolers when they graduate. So that's always been something we've cared about, encouraging them. We didn't have anybody in our lives at that particular time when I graduated high school. So I'm allowed to speak into these kids, and try to, if they're not pretty solid by the time they graduate high school, then we lose them. And some come back, but the majority we lose, and that's always been something we've cared about. The board got really desperate and voted me onto the board here recently, so.
And I'm part of the women's leadership
she didn't realize
team.
that. Yeah, she got voted in too, so.
So that was exciting.
Our life groups too that just started. She signed us up for all of the life groups.
Of them. Yeah, I thought it was the way to go. Because if you have a free evening, it's nice just to drop in.
I encourage everybody to be involved somewhere in some type of ministry in the church. Because I can just tell you, and I talk about this with all the groups I'm involved with, really that's where your growth comes from.
Yep.
And I've been talking about this for a while. If Christianity is If you're a person and you come to church on Sundays and you just claim to be a Christian, and you just kind of added that to who you are, okay, well, it's different than actually submitting yourself to Christ. Submitting yourself and obeying the Lord and what He's called you to do. What has limited us in our prayer lives is we limit God working through us with our lack of prayer and our lack of commitment to praying Him. We're the ones limiting God. It's not that God doesn't want to work. He's
just waiting.
He's just waiting. Where else would you want to be? And especially people that are in our seasons where you're at home now and you're retired, there's more to life than mowing grass. So with that, I've never once, some of the best times of my life ever has been the things I've been involved with in church.
It's a journey, and I'm just thankful that we're here at Cross Point.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
It's allergies.